Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Krisha Sarah Bowen, also known as the Giant Slayer, and I am here with another episode today of Style Your Life with Krisha. My life's mission is to influence thought to change behavior, and on Style Your Life with Krisha, we talk about the components of our life that we need to effectively live in purpose. Today, we have joining us Joslyn Pierre, who is coined as the Powerhouse Coach, and she's going to be joining us today to talk about health. You know, you've always heard that saying that your health is your wealth. And I want Jocelyn to share with us today about the mesh of health and wealth. So I'm just going to give her a couple minutes to join on. Hi, Pastor Mackenzie. Thank you for joining me. I'm just going to give her a couple minutes to join the live. Let's see if I can add her here so that she can come on and share with about our health being our wealth. And one of the things before Jocelyn comes on that tells us about the importance of having really health to live out our purpose is because we need this body in order to execute our purpose. Actually, there's no purpose if we do not have the body which we use to carry out that purpose. And sometimes we neglect our bodies and we don't really take the ultimate time to take care of ourselves. Hey, Jocelyn, I see you just popped in there on me. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Good. So I'm just giving our listeners and our viewers a little preview of why health is so important. And I was just sharing that to live out our purpose, we need this body. We need this shell that we take for granted. So having the purpose is awesome. Having the wealth is awesome. Generating the profit is amazing. But none of it would make sense. None of it would matter if we don't have health. So I want you to chime in. Let the people know who you are and what we're about to talk about this evening.
It's a pleasure being on board the Purpose Diary. I am Jocelyn, the Healthy Powerhouse Coach, and I work with women who want to lose weight, women who want to get back their life, because so many times we keep doing and doing, we become depleted, we are drained, and we forget, as you were mentioning, that our health is our wealth. So I work with women who want to get back that life, who want to lose some weight, who want to get the energy going, and of course I like to say, who just want to live life well and on purpose.
Yes, I love that. And you see, people stress so much about the living in purpose, but why I wanted to really talk about style your life with health, because health is such an important component. And I only realized that probably about 2 years ago when I had a major accident, which actually altered the trajectory of my life. And I had to make so many changes. And I realized, wow, we go so hard, we do so many things, but then if we don't have the body with which to do it, it really does not make any sense.
So true, so true. If we don't take care of our body, if we don't take care of our temper, um, we really can't make it. It drains us. It takes away from the work that we have in store, the work that God has for us. It really takes away from it.
So I want you to share with our viewers what made you discover that this journey was really your purpose. How did you really come to this place?
Ha. Wow, it was a process. Um, I say I always had a love for food, nutrition, and health, but was never clear. There was no clarity. I didn't know if this is exactly what God wanted me to pursue. I actually took it up as a career, a circular career, but because I just loved it. Although I was running away, I used to run away actually from the cooking aspect of it. I actually didn't like that cooking thing at all. So I was interested in the nutrition. And so it started off like that. And then, of course, as a young lady, I wanted to look good. So it was all about the whole physical aspect to start with. And
Wow.
finally, as I grow, this whole spiritual aspect, you realize that we need to take care of our health, both body, soul, and spirit. And what happened with when I met, then I decided now I wanted to take this up just more than a career, because it encompasses all of me. I really love this. But I'm saying, now, how can I help? How can I help women? How can I help families develop this healthy eating habit, or this healthy lifestyle? And so it began to bug me. And I started to do things. So at one time, I'd open up a nutrition club. I did little things here and there, but still not focused, still not clear on how to go about that, still not clear on my mission, still not very sure about the vision. And it was in the middle of all that confusion and chaos, the purpose coach came into my life. I remember, of course, another the unlock coach, Rachel. She came into my business then and said, you know, Joslyn, I met Krisha, she said your name, and this lady is so good. She said, I left my work and I'm pursuing, and she went on to say what she was pursuing. So I got excited. And I remember, of course, during all the turmoil, in my financial difficulty, using that last bit of money that I had then to seek Coach Krisha. And the truth is, from then until now, that has been a blessing to me in really pursuing purpose, in really knowing exactly, you know, this is your calling in life. This is what God called you to do. And not only this is my calling, but how to walk that path. So I like to also say, living in and on purpose.
Yes. You know what I love about that journey that you just shared? I always say something that goes like this: what you are pursuing is pursuing you. And you shared that you were always doing this health and fitness as a career. You didn't like the cooking, you just wanted to zero in on nutrition. Yet all you know, it was pursuing you, even though you were like in the search for purpose on this journey about how to give your life meaning. And it's like, wow, all along this was my purpose. I didn't realize it. It was right in front of me. And then you end up living this purposeful life where you can now help families and help people really embrace this whole aspect of health. I remember that example that you just shared. When I met Joslyn, Joslyn was in a little room and the frustration was evident. I must say, Jocelyn had her last bit of money. I recall it so clearly like it was yesterday. Jocelyn had her last, I think at that time it was $250 that I was charging to coach. And Jocelyn had her last bit of money and she was thinking, do I pay the rent or do I hire a coach? And she said, you know what? I'm going to go with a coach. And I remember meeting Jocelyn and talking to her. Jocelyn had every piece of the puzzle, but it looks like she just needed someone to come and give her that big picture, to come and show her that masterpiece, then for her to begin to pull the pieces together. So I want you to share with the people that journey of, okay, having the vision, but now having to walk it out. How is that process for you? Okay, yes, now I know what my purpose is. Now I know that health, what I was pursuing me. I have this big vision, but now I'm still here. How do I walk out from being Jocelyn in the small room, frustrated, to being Jocelyn who has a big vision, who is pursuing purpose?
Well, one of the things, of course, I always remember you saying, our purpose really and truly, you said is not about us. And that's one of the main things that stick with me. When I met you, you said it's not about us. But more than ever, as we journey through coach and student, it was a major eye-opener. The support system, because many times, like you said, some of us say, oh, we know our purpose. But the walk, that walking in purpose, as your statement, so
to walk it out, yes.
Pushing past pain and passionately pursuing purpose. It was a lot of obstacles there that I have to go through, a lot of pain that I had to fight through. And having that support system is what have kept me going and really make me want to go out there and be there for the folks who need me.
Mm-hmm. Good. So I know that you have your own Facebook Live show in your group Seeds of Wellness called Powerhouse Cooking. And I know that you share healthy meals, you share smoothies, you share recipes. I want you to share with our viewers, those who may be watching, tell us some things that we should keep in our diet, some things that we should lose in our diet to really keep our body fit for purpose and to live well and on purpose.
Okay, so one of the things, and I'm going to focus on what we in the group that we're working on now, because of course, as you mentioned, there is the powerhouse cooking going on, and so we focus a lot on clean eating. I tend to promote plant-based eating.
For those who don't know, right, I want you to tell us what is clean eating. For those who may not be like, clean eating, what is that? Break it down for us. What is this clean eating?
Okay, good. In simple form, clean eating is all about eating as close to Mother Nature as possible. So if you're going to be,
okay.
So we're talking about your homegrown vegetables as much as possible, your homegrown animals, because while I may promote vegetarianism, at the same time, I'm very conscious of we are all unique, our bodies are all different. And I like to say one man's meat may be another man's poison. And so I believe in bioindividuality, where meat may be perfect for you and your diet, but it might not be perfect for someone else. So clean eating basically is eating close to Mother Nature as possible.
As possible. I like that. Okay. And tell us some foods that we should, gravitate to, some foods we should stay away from, and give us a little powerhouse tip that we can hold on to.
Okay, now seeing that I'm focusing on the gut for this month, what I will share with you is your gut is your second brain, right? And so many times, so many of the sickness, yes, it is. So many of our sickness spills from the gut. Depression, things as anxiety, anger, sadness, constipation. All these things are related right back to our gut. The fibroids,
wow,
and it's very prevalent with our Black people. Again, it stems, or we can help that by focusing on gut. Now, let me tell you some food that helps to support the gut. Things as our coconut oil. The coconut oil that we got a bad on, that helps to support the gut. Things as your pumpkin seed, your spices, the clove and the cinnamon. By cooking with them, what happens is that
I think we're losing you a little bit.
Oh my. Are you hearing me now?
Okay, so it came back. It was getting blurry and it was breaking up, but I think it's back now. So I heard up to cinnamon, I heard coconut oil, I heard that wonderful tip that you shared, that your gut is your second brain, and most of the symptoms starts from the gut. So you spoke about gut health. So now I want you to repeat that little part you were sharing with us about the cooking for the gut and the healthy tips about the gut.
Yes, I was saying that you can include, of course, the coconut oil. Use your clove and your cinnamon when you're cooking, like your smoothies. You can include it in that, because what happens is that it kills the microbes that would weaken or that would wreak havoc on our system. We want to also include things as turmeric. By adding 1 tablespoon of turmeric to your food, you are actually, and I like to use the word, you are actually adding what we call a powerful antimicrobial bacteria, and also anti-inflammatory, it's an anti-inflammatory spice. So you want to include that in it.
Okay.
Things as your ghee. If you can include what we call probiotics, your fruits. Now, this is thing, the fruits now,
Yes.
food combining. This is very important. So for instance, when you're doing fruits, I tend to say you can try to eat fruits all by itself. Okay? Eat it alone and give yourself about 20 minutes with that. When you're doing your what you do for combining, you eat your starchy foods with your vegetable. And for protein, you eat your protein with your vegetable. So you try and avoid having protein and starch together. So these are some basic things that you can do in terms of helping your gut. So I don't know if you want me to
I have to go back, right? Because this was so good. Like, you see me here, I'm like, what? So you said when you're doing fruits, you do your fruits first and give yourself about 20 minutes to half an hour before you eat anything else.
That's right.
Because man, I hope you guys are getting these tips because Joslyn is helping us.
Yes, because fruits ferment, and what it causes is that it can give you gas, and it can also rob you of your energy. So that's a tip for women who are tired. When you're eating your fruits, you eat it, you give yourself 20 minutes, because if you include other things with that, it really causes fermentation, it increases gas, it robs you of your energy, and of course it slows down the digestion process. So you want to eat fruits as much as possible by itself and give yourself at least 20 minutes before you eat any other thing. And again, for the combining, you want to combine your starchy veggies, your starchy food with your veggies. And of course, the protein, you do it with your vegetable. Try and avoid having your starch and your meat together. Eat your meat with your vegetable.
Okay. Meat and veggies, no starch and meat.
Try and avoid that. And one other tip again, in terms of your grains, like your nuts and your seeds and so on, what you want to do is to soak them. Okay, so
soak your nuts and your grains. Okay.
Yes. So what you can do is like you add 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And you can also use the apple cider vinegar to soak it in it. So the reason for that is these fruits have what we call phytic acid in them. And so we try to get rid of them because they can really affect our stomach.
She's so good. Like, I'm like, what? Wow. So we soak our fruits and our greens in lemon or apple cider vinegar, right? Vinegar.
That's right. Some powerhouse foods for your gut, especially when you're doing your smoothies. You want to include things as flaxseed, you want to do hemp seed, you want to do the bee pollen. Of course, you can use raw honey if you want to do your sweetener. Cocoa, the pure cocoa, we call it coca. You want to include that for the chocolate lovers, you can do that. Of course, you can include your protein powder in your smoothie. So these are basically some of the power foods that you can include for your stomach, which can really help to give you the energy, reduce the gas, and power up your life.
Wow. So I know you talk about like eliminating milk. So I want you to tell me about that, because I know especially in the Caribbean, we like our milk. We like milky drinks. We like punch. We want all that milky goodness. But I know you said to stay away from that for your gut health. So tell me about this whole milk madness.
All right. Well, what we can do is not, I like to always not tell folks to stay away and not give a substitute. So if you're going to be using, you like your milk, what you want to do is use the almond milk, the non-dairy products. Because again, when you use the
Isn't that
Whole milk,
good?
the animal milk, it really helps. It creates inflammation. Those foods that the milk that you say can really create inflammation and create lots of discomfort or bloating for women.
Mm.
That creates because of the dairy. You get that. So the abdominal pain, these things you can avoid by leaving out dairy in some cases. Can include
Wow.
your
I mean,
yogurt.
Justin, this is like so good. I'm sitting here. You can't see the comments. I'm not sure if you can see the
Okay.
comments,
Think
but people
down
are
it
here like
yet.
saying, wow. Juanita is saying that's good. Okay, good. So, one of the other things I want you to talk about, because I am so enjoying this, and I hope you guys are too. If you did not already share this out, please share it out so that people could hear this, right? One of the things that you talk about, which I love that whole concept, is you talk about crowding out. So I want you to
Yes.
tell our viewers who are looking at Style Your Life with Health today, what is this whole thing about crowding out?
I love that you mentioned this, Krisha, because so many times we feel that folks like to say, "Oh, I'm going on a diet," and they feel deprived. So many times, women, and that's why we fail because we figure that we really can't keep up. I can't keep up with this thing. I have to get this special thing and I have to get it. And I am coming from the Caribbean where we count our dollars a whole lot. Um, I'm very conscious of that. So what we are doing, we are not depriving ourselves. We are not starving ourselves. We are simply crowding out
Hallelujah.
not too good things with the healthier things, right? So, for instance, those of us who like the chocolate again, the whole processed chocolate, you can crowd out your chocolate and still keep your chocolate. So you go use a raw cocoa
What?
now, right? So that's all about the milk again. You crowding out that milk, the whole animal cow's milk, with your almond milk, your non-dairy milk. So these are the things that you're doing. You crowding out. Give me something that people like a lot, Krisha.
Coffee.
What is something that folks like a lot?
Can we have it?
Let somebody
I
tell
like
you.
coffee.
Okay, so you can crowd out coffee with a good tea, your cinnamon tea, which is excellent for
I
your
don't like
stomach.
tea.
And the cinnamon, by the way, will give you the stimulant that you need. Do you know what cinnamon is good for your brain? It's a brain food also. So it's good
Ooh,
for your brain and it's
I'm
good
about
for
to
your
drink
gut.
cinnamon now.
You better get to love it.
Well, I want to be smarter. I want to be smarter.
You can
So I'm
also
about to
use
go buy
green
a whole
tea.
bunch of cinnamon.
I have a recipe which I call the golden drink, which we make it with turmeric, coconut milk. It's much as a cocoa tea without the cocoa. We use turmeric instead. And it's a miracle drink for some folks. It's a lot. Some folks pay so much money to get a drink like that. We call it the golden drink. And it's excellent for your gut also. So it's
Wow. You know
exciting
what
to do
keeps
healthy
ringing with
things.
me, and I love, yeah, I mean, you make it sound exciting, you make it fun, because, I mean, I didn't really think it was fun, but you have me over here like, ah! But
Cooking,
I like
cooking
your, I
healthy
have to
eating
repeat some
is
of these
fun.
powerhouse tips. Yeah, I have to repeat some of the powerhouse tips that Justin shared today. Justin said that your gut is your second brain. So you see how we like to take care of our brain? That's how we need to take care of our gut. I mean, I just feel like that was like, because I never knew that, right? She just said that cinnamon is good to stimulate the brain. So it's good for your brain and it's good for your gut. So your two brains impact, cinnamon. I did not know that. And then she gives us this awesome concept of crowding out and not feeling deprived, feeling like we're going on a diet. And I always say the first part of diet is die, D-I-E. So you feel like when you're on a diet, you're about to die because you have to like not eat anything and just eat like crackers and drink water. When she is showing us today that health is so much more than what we think about. Joslyn, I want you to tell these people how they can get, connected to you in your group, be a part of what you're doing. Because, I mean, you have just revolutionized health for me because I hate diets. I run away from, I think they say everything has to be green and nasty, and you make it so flavorful and fun. So I want you to tell these people how they can see Powerhouse Cooking, how they can get more of these tips, how they can connect with you, and how, most importantly, they can start their life with health and live well, and not only well, but on purpose.
Sure. Well, you can make contact with me by, of course, joining the group. The group is Sow Seeds of Wellness, Powerhouse Living. And also you can find me on my page, Seeds of Wellness, the Healthy Powerhouse Coach. So these are the two places you will find me on social media. And of course, you are welcome to join. I'm on Facebook as Joslyn Pierre, Joslyn A. Pierre. And I'm always up to some healthy, exciting, purposeful things. Because it's all about living life and on purpose.
Yes. I mean, and I just love that because it gives us such a light. I mean, I'm sure the viewers, have you guys found this to be beneficial today? Give me like a yes. Has this been good? And if you guys have any questions that you want to ask Joslyn, feel free to type them and put them in the comments as we talk. But I mean, I have learned so much in this short interview. This has been so much information, and I tell people, don't sleep on the Powerhouse Coach because she definitely is a wealth of information. You're talking about a woman who started off with a career in health and fitness and nutrition, who then realized that that was her passion and her purpose. So she does it with so much love, so much energy, so much, I mean, she just puts everything into it, all of the passion. You see that passion on the screen right there? You see that passion?
It's my life. It's my life. And even in terms of that, just to put it, I don't want to get people too emotional now, but part of it stems from I've had some major loss in my life. And so all this stemmed from, at one point I lost my son. And he doing this also helps me to remind me, and I can relate to many women who have lost, and being able, because remember, our health is not only what we put in our body physically, and again, in health, we talk about primary foods and secondary foods. Our primary foods is the spiritual things that we put in our bodies, how you respond to stress. And so at no point, many times, and that's why I can relate to so many women who put on weight, because we like to talk about the comfort eating.
Yeah, and we all get eating.
That at some point. Yes, and so having that loss, having to go through a number of things, I could have forget about taking care of my health. And because many a times as women, we tend to, the pressures of the work, the pressure of the relationship, the pressure of taking care of our loved ones or elderly ones, whatever they are, it really takes a toll on our health, both mentally and physically. And so having lost, I'm able to identify and say, this is what you can do to take care of your primary health. And this is the food that you can also put along with it.
Wow. This has been so good. I mean, I can keep you all evening.
The gut health really affects our mood and our behavior. So what we put in our gut affects how we respond to people. So sometimes you think, oh, maybe it's just things around you, but sometimes it's directly related to what we eat. So
Are there any
and to take.
specific foods that you think or you are aware of that probably cause like depression and these kind of things? Are there like specific foods? I don't know if that's a thing, but since we're talking about gut health, are there specific foods that tend to make us feel a certain way?
Okay, there are some foods which, like I said, would create inflammation. And because of that, of course, the inflammation really affects,
Ah.
because if you have inflammation, it gives a lot of discomfort and it triggers off hormones in our body, which that would of course affect our mood. Okay, so the sugar is one, because whereas
Ah.
sugar would give us a high, temporary, then it creates other issues for us. And that, of course, triggers up the mood swings and all the likes. So this is one thing we want to try and avoid as much as possible, the sugar in our diet. And of course, because we operating
Wow.
on the principle of crowding out, because we operating under that principle, we don't have to come off of these things cold turkey. It's a process. It's a process. Because what
Mm.
happens is that, okay, for instance, you having these foods in our system and having them create inflammation. For instance, let's say we have the milk in our body, right? That's just an example.
Mm-hmm.
What happens is that, for instance, a woman who have fibroids, many people who have
Mm-hmm.
fibroids may suffer from constipation. And when you suffer from constipation, what happens is that it has a direct effect on your estrogen level, because that thing, what is doing now, the stool is staying there, it's going around in your tummy. So it stays there, because and what happens is that it stays in your large intestine. If it stays for longer than 6 hours, it is converted back now to a product which creates excessive estrogen, and that estrogen helps to help the fibroids to grow, right? So these are some of the things we need to be mindful of, because it really, really helps. It breaks it down again. So you have the stool sitting in your body there, and creating issues for you later on. And I'm really having a passion now for all women who are suffering silently because of these things, and it's directly related to what we put in our gut.
Wow. Listen, listen. This woman, this information, this session today. I mean, I am like, we might need a part two. Because this has been so good. I mean, I just want to recap for those who are joining us late or who just came in and who missed it. I challenge you, go back and look at the replay, get all the information that Justin has just shared. What she said, I'm going to repeat this again, like for the third time, because I'm a teacher, right? Third time's a charm. Your gut is your second brain. So you need to take care of it. She said, cinnamon is good for the brain. It stimulates your brain, and it's also good for your gut. So she said, use cinnamon. She said, use turmeric. She said to soak your nuts and your grains in lemon or apple cider vinegar. She says to use crowding out, where you substitute things. And she has just given us a wealth of information. I challenge you, connect with Joslyn. Joslyn, like you have me now, like I'm about to say, well, okay, I need to get rid of some things and put some new things in. Because I'm so excited, because I know the importance of health as it relates to purpose. And I've seen you grow and really continue to share this message. And I am a believer. I have really started changing because of your influence and your impact. And because of seeing you just go so hard and passionate about health, it makes me want to, just as I go hard about purpose, I know like, okay, I got to keep up with Joslyn. I have to know what she's saying. So I thank you
Because
so much for that. And before we end, I just want to invite everyone who's watching us or watching the replay to connect with Joslyn. Joslyn on Facebook, Seeds of Wellness, Powerhouse Living. Look for her. I will share the information as well. Share the video. And if you are not already a part of Purpose Diaries, the movement, you can join the group. Look for Purpose Diaries on Facebook. Like the page. Join the group. Before we end, I just want Joslyn to share the impact of the group on her process, on her being in the journey, and then we're going to let you all go. Take your notes, take care of your gut, and live well and on purpose. So, Joslyn, take us out sharing the impact of the group on your growth and your development in this journey.
this group has been a lifesaver for me. It has really, really helped me to push past the pain, push past the obstacles, push past the challenges, and pursue purpose. Why so? Because I found a good support system, both in Purpose Diary and more so in Master Me Elite. I have been able to form bonds, and many times, like I said, we know our purpose. We might know, we might have an idea, but having a mastermind, being able to meet with different people, bounce off ideas, gain some wisdom, get some smacking sometimes too, it helps to keep you on your path.
Yes. Great. I thank you so much for doing this interview with me today.
It was a pleasure. I can go on and on and on.
I can too, because it's like passion meets passion. So I thank you so much. Thank those of you for joining.
So I was just saying it's so good for women. I mean, I want women way all up in their 100 years to look good and feel good. You know, we must be making an impact because we are, we give birth, we give life.
Well. Yeah. Well, we know God, but I know what you mean. I thank you so much, Joslyn. Thank you guys for joining. Those of you watching the replay, watching us live. This was Style Your Life with Krisha. My special guest was the wonderful powerhouse coach, Joslyn Pierre, and she has done an amazing job today talking about Style Your Life with Health. I assure you, if you go over the replay, take the tips and begin to style your life, because there's no purpose without health. There's no purpose without a body with which to do it. So I want to thank you again, Joslyn, and I want you guys to stay tuned. We have some other special guests coming up. So next week, join us for another episode of Style Your Life as we look forward to styling our life and being the best that we can be. So again, I want to tell you to push past pain and passionately pursue your purpose. You guys have a great evening. Thank you, Joslyn.
You're welcome.